Hi and hello everyone. My name is Godswill. I welcome you back to Godswill Cyber Talk and Lifestyle channel, where we learn everything about cybersecurity from a trusted cybersecurity education platform, TryHackMe. And today we are going to be learning about systems as attack vector. Our learning objective today is to learn the role of a system in a modern digital world, explore a variety of real-world attacks targeting system, practice the acquired knowledge into realistic scenario. Without further ado, we click on the first question to answer it. And definition of system as the second section. What do we mean by a system? A system can be defined as a digital device, a procedure, a process, or a service platform that an organization uses to render services to its customers. Now we are going to be looking at breach system and values. This simply means when a system is breached, what will be the value or the gain of the attacker? For example, number one here we have a personal laptop of a student. What is the value in that personal laptop if breached? Steal Steam profile and add the PC to a botnet, meaning that PC can now be used for a botnet attack or any other thing malicious. The second one is a laptop of the bank's senior IT administrator. What do they get from it? They get access to the internal banking systems. Another one, a mail server of criminal law company. What do they get? They dump all mailboxes and blackmail the victims. Another one, a server at the heart of an industrial network. What do they get? They encrypt network with ransomware and ask for ransom before the network can be released. A government website management panel damage the website content, which is also known as defacement, or run racial campaigns on it. Now, we look at the question, can cyber attack happen without victim interventions? Yes. Can a breach of just a single system lead to a disastrous consequence? Also, yes. A single breach can cause problems for an individual or for a company. We move to attack on systems. Now remember, we define system as a technological device or a process or a procedure or a platform a company uses to render services to its customers. Human-led attack. This simply means attacks that are led by the humans using that system. Example, you work in a bank with a weak password. That system can be exploited. We have a scenario here where they said 81% of breaches involve stolen or breach password. Check out your passwords too. That simply means with weak password, a system can be exploited. Now, we look at vulnerabilities. Vulnerabilities are flaws, they are loopholes, they are mistakes, they are areas that has not been checked for accurate security, which can also be exploited by the attacker. We cannot talk about vulnerabilities without talking about supply chain. Supply chain simply means you acquiring a software from a company unknowing to you that that software has loopholes or vulnerability. Example, your home PC is home to hundreds of apps, including web browsers, managers, development, and entertainment software. Every app depends on thousands of libraries. If threat actors manage to breach one of these apps or libraries and push up an update to all its users, all of them will be compromised. meaning if there is a mistake in your system's application, an attacker can use it to carry out malicious activities, meaning that vulnerability was not built by you. It came from the supplier, the developer, the vendor. Now let's go down to answer our questions. Question number 1. What is the term for a security flaw that can be exploited to breach a system? We have vulnerability. What is the name of the attack when malware comes from a trusted app or library? Supply chain is our answer. We go down to discuss vulnerabilities further. In vulnerabilities, like we said before, that vulnerabilities are flaws, they are mistakes, they are loopholes, they are also areas that were not securely checked, which attackers can use to infiltrate or cause havoc. Now we are talking about software vulnerabilities. These are vulnerabilities that are found in the softwares. And this leads us to what we call the CVE. It means common vulnerabilities and exposure. When a vulnerability has been discovered and has been treated, it is now assigned a CVE number with the year it happened. Like we can see on the screen, example, Blue Eternal, CVE 2017-0144. How can we respond to vulnerabilities? We can respond to vulnerabilities depending on the type. First, patching. Patching simply means an update to correct the vulnerability. What else can we do? Restricting access to the system to only trusted IPs. Also, applying temporary measures provided by the vendor, and also blocking known attacks pattern on IPs and WAF. Let us answer the questions below. What is the CVE for the critical SharePoint vulnerability? Now, this question, there's no answer for it on our study today. So we have to check online. I just copy question and I paste. So here is our answer. This is our answer. CVE 2025-53770. And we come back to impute our answer. How would you respond to a detected vulnerability on the system? Patch is the answer. We move to the next one, misconfiguration. Misconfiguration is a type of vulnerability that is found in the development of a process, a software, or of a platform that is being used by a company to render services. Misconfiguration isn't a bug, but misconfiguration is a mistake in how the system was set up, often by the IT team. Let's take an example. You are setting up a system and you use weak password. That can be seen as misconfiguration. This happened to McDonald's, where a weak password such as 123456 exposed the chart of about 64 million McDonald's job applications. And also, misconfigured AWS cloud resulted in a breach of 106 million bank customers, and improper configured smart fridges are now being used as full-scale botnet attacks. Now, how can we respond to misconfiguration? We can respond to misconfiguration by using these 3 steps: penetration testing, vulnerability scanning, configuration audit. Let us now answer the questions. Can a system patch or software update fix misconfiguration? No. Our answer is nay. Why is it so? It is because it is not a bug, it is not from the supply chain, but it is a mistake in how you set up the software, the process, the procedure. Question 2. Which activity involves an authorized attack to detect the misconfiguration? That should be penetration testing. We move to task 6, which is the practice. So in our practice, we have the dashboard, we have system at risk, we have remediation plan. Let us open system at risk and answer. HQ mail 02 at risk, action required. The penetration team reported that our Exchange mail server is affected by CVE 2024 49040. They managed to breach the server thanks to the CVE and said anyone could do it. Since our server is internet exposed, what action should we take? Ask the IT to apply patch and update Exchange. We patch. The next one is corporate website at risk. Action required. The threat actor managed to brute force an admin panel of our WordPress website and replace the main page with malware links and gambling ads. What action should be taken? Change the admin password to a more secure one. That is the most sufficient answer. We move to threat intelligence alert. Action required. Threat intelligence alert. Action required. Our neighbor company was hit with ransomware attack a few weeks ago. They say it started from an exploitation of the old Cisco firewall and advised not to repeat their mistake and audit our Cisco devices. What action should be taken? A. Ensure all corporate firewalls are properly patched and do not have CVEs. We move to another question. LPT 01518 at risk. Action required. You observe an unusual spike of security events coming from the designer's laptop. A trusted 3D application suddenly starts running malicious CDM commands after the recent update. You need to quickly plan your next step. What action should be taken? In this case, we should recall our mind to supply chain vulnerabilities that was earlier shown and explained in our reading. What action should be taken? C. Is it a supply chain attack coming with the recent update? The answer is C. Now that we have done this, we have been given a flag. So we copy our flag, come here and paste it. We go back to our view site to answer the second question. Available remediation actions. So now that we have answered all of these questions about the scenario that was given, what is our remediation action? The first thing we should do after the problem we just saw, apply an antivirus protection. Also, call for security training for IT. Also, secure a password policy. And also, patch management. Since we are asked to enlist 4, these are the 4 that are needed and should be considered. As you can see, it has returned a feedback for us. Yes, we are correct. So we can come back, copy and paste. Yes, it is correct. In conclusion, remember that systems can serve as attack vectors and there are ways to respond. Remember, if everyone can teach everyone, what a secure and more safer place the world will be. Have a nice day.